Good afternoon, everybody. It's another day, and I'm going to pressure can these boneless, skinless chicken thighs into pint-sized jars with onions, celery, carrots, possibly some potatoes, um, and some chicken broth, and make some like a little bit thicker than soup. So I guess stew to pressure can. This much chicken, which is going to be cooked and then defatted, chopped up, and it'll be seasoned properly when it goes into the jars. Y'all know I like a lot of seasoning. Low on the salt, but heavy on the garlic, the peppers, you know, various other things. But that much chicken is from this pack. I wasn't planning to do canning today, but the Grumpy Gramps brought me these boneless, skinless chicken thighs while he was at the grocery store because he just thinks it's funny that I do the canning. Anyway, pressure canner is cleaned and ready to go. A few tools are ready to go. Now, while this chicken is cooking, I am going to wash my pint-sized jars, which are brand new, but I wash them anyway, and then I put them in the oven to sterilize. And I'll be chopping up onions, carrots, celery, whatever I've got a little surplus of. I've got about 6 jalapeno peppers on my plants in the front yard. So I'll probably go snip them off, even though they're still a little bit small, but I'm going to go ahead and snip them off and chop them up and maybe add it to these. I love my jalapenos. If you don't like them hot, but you like jalapeno flavor, all you have to do is de-seed them. Take the veins out, the seeds out, and then chop them up and add them to what you're cooking. You'll get a little tiny bit of heat, and you'll get the jalapeno flavor without burning your mouth. Now make sure if you can't do heat, make sure you wear gloves when you mess with jalapenos. And I personally have been using them and cooking with them for so long, plus doing massage therapy. One of the pain relief gels I use is high in capsaicin, so my hands are kind of desensitized to the jalapeno juices. The capsaicin that's in them, that's what provides a healing factor and muscle pain relief. So it doesn't really bother me, so I can mess with those just as it is. The hotter you want it, you leave in a few of the seeds. You just have to play with your recipes. And jalapenos are very easy to grow. If you have a lot of sun and you plant them, just water them and add some eggshells to your dirt, and also some orange peels. Boil it, run it through the blender, and feed them that about once or twice a month, and they'll grow real nice for you if you have hot weather, as long as you keep them watered and they get that sun. But yeah, so this is part one. We're going to do some more canning. I like my pressure canner. I did get the one that you can do a double stack in, but I have never done that because I'm very short. I'm like 5'1", and it is very hard for me to lift this off of the stove when it's full, or onto the stove. And I have a glass top, so I can on a glass top. I do it very carefully. I only do one layer of jars, and I move this thing around very sparingly when I'm in the process of when everything's super hot and boiling hot. And you can see that right here, this is where I put my jars when I take them out, when I'm prepping, and when I take them out of the canner, I put them on here. Underneath here I have an inch thick cutting board, real nice cutting board. Put a towel on top and just be careful. But yeah, I wish I had gotten the shorter canner, and that's just because I don't use the the double layer factor. Maybe I will this this fall. Who knows? I'm not a professional at this. I'm just real new at it, but I just absolutely think it's fun to can. So, yeah, we're going to do some chicken and vegetable soup. Well, I guess you can't call it, well, chicken and seasoning soup, celery, onions, carrots. Maybe it is vegetable, but I always think vegetable, it's got to have squash and all that stuff in it. And I have not canned squash yet. That's another day. Anyway, I'll do a part 2.